So, hello everyone. Welcome to Engineers Blueprint, a podcast series by Vishwa Netrutvam and MESA, the official student-led club of Mechanical Engineering Department, VIT Pune. Okay. Engineers Blueprint is an initiative aimed at providing clear, experience-driven guidance to mechanical engineering students by interacting with alumni and industry professionals who have successfully transitioned from college to real world engineering roles. Through this platform, we attempt to bridge the gap between academic learning and industry expectations. In today's episode, we are pleased to host Mr. Prathamesh Mujumdar, a mechanical engineering graduate from VIT Pune, currently working as an engineering trainee at Regal Rexnord in the high performance coupling division. At Regal Rexnord, Prathamesh is involved in the design and engineering of high performance couplings for critical oil and gas applications, working in accordance with API 671 standards. His role demands very strong fundamentals in mechanical engineering, especially in machine design and mechanics of material. So, what makes this session particularly valuable is Prathamesh's journey from being a student at VIT, like us, to securing a core mechanical role through our campus placements, followed by his transition from intern to full time engineer. So, through this conversation, we aim to understand his personal journey, preparation strategy, placement experience, early industry exposure, and gather practical advice for students aspiring to build careers in core mechanical engineering fields. So, once again, a very welcome, Prathamesh.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. Before we start with the questions, I would like you to give us a brief of your journey.
So I started off with this. I was in VIT, and pretty much for the first 2 years, I was not really, I was looking for more of going for postgraduate immediately after my, what can you say, graduation. But then we had this introduction by Regal Rexnord about the company and what they offer and the kind of culture they offer at work. So that actually tilted me towards maybe I should consider going for a job before I get some experience, and that is how I got this role in Regal Rexnord as a trainee right now.
Okay, and as a student, were you particularly inclined to the core mechanical side, or you had some other plans as a core mechanical engineer?
So I was, I took mechanical because I was really interested in mechanical. I had the option of going to CS or AIDS or a lot of branches at VIT. I did not choose that. I chose mechanical because I liked it. And also, I was more into, for the first 2 years, I was more inclined towards doing a MBA or, going into the management side. But once I did an internship after completing my second year at a company called CIE India, which is a casting unit. So that is where I was tilted towards going into the core mechanical engineering sector.
If I may ask, I actually went through your LinkedIn profile and I found very interesting that you were a student intern for summer intern for 1 month at CIE. So,
Yeah.
what type of castings do they make for the grey cast iron, aluminium die casting? Which type of castings?
So this was a grey cast iron unit based in some based near Talegaon. So there basically what they were manufacturing were automotive components for big heavy duty vehicles. Also they were machining some units for what can you say, those casings, centrifugal casings, the turbo casings that we have. They were manufacturing those, some axle supports for heavy duty vehicles. That is what they were doing.
And in which department did you exactly work in at CIE?
Yeah, so I was working with the manufacturing department throughout the 1 month. We took a deep dive into the entire manufacturing process, right from the casting to the machining to the quality inspection, everything.
To add to this, actually, I am also doing in a summer internship, and now we should call it a winter internship. It's a company in Kolhapur. It's a leading aluminium die casting industry. Its name is Menon Alco. And
Okay.
looking at the actual manufacturing lines, it is really interesting to see how basic engineering principles are applied on the shop floor. And
Right.
actually, it is very interesting and inspiring that even you started your role before getting into Regal Rexnord in a workshop and in a
Yeah.
manufacturing workshop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure it must have given you some great insights on.
Yeah, it does give you a big insight as to, when I was at that stage when I had to make the decision where I have to go for a management job role or go
Yeah.
into the core engineering job role. That is where these kind of internships, first of all, give you a perspective as to what you might want to do for the rest of your life. And again, if you are looking for something in the core, then it gives you great insight as to how something that you're learning in the book is actually applied in the shop.
Okay, Prathamesh, thank you for your brief introduction. Let's start with our questionnaire.
Right.
Yes. So first question we have already covered, but you can again give us a small answer to this. To begin with, could you briefly walk us through your journey from being a mechanical engineering student at VIT to getting placed in Regal Rexnord?
Yeah, so as I said, after second year, I was more inclined towards getting a core job role. That is where I switched to more core centered projects, learning more and more skills. I learned ANSYS. So that is how I got into that mode, and the company came through our campus placements.
For us, Regal Rexnord was our first company. So was it the same case with you?
No, Regal Rexnord was actually not our first company. The first company for us was, if I'm correct, it was Cummins. Um,
Okay, okay, Cummins, yeah,
yeah, so Cummins was our first company,
yeah.
but I there was some issues with the application there, so I did not get a chance. I mean, I did not apply there in the first place.
So this question becomes actually valid. At exactly what stage of your engineering journey did you actually start preparing seriously for your placement drives?
So
Was it
this
the second year start, the third year start? When was the
uh,
starting point?
after the third year, it became more and more serious. Before that,
Yeah.
it was more on the sidelines. Uh, and yeah, in third year, as I started to do more and more core centered projects, that is where I got into this whole
Okay.
idea of setting up for a job.
Okay. Nice, nice. For us, it was a very difficult transition because we just ended our second year, and I think it was the first or second week of our third year, and we were like started to see a TPO mail named Regal Rexnord is recruiting. It was a
Right.
big shock for us, but that is where actually I myself also personally started my journey of taking the core mechanical engineering side very seriously and
Right.
taking some industry driven problem statements for projects. We'll discuss that in the further. Nice answer, Prathamesh. Let's move ahead. Yes. Could you explain your complete process at Regal Rexnord selection, round by round from aptitude test to technical and final interview?
Yeah, so the first screening that was done was based on the resumes. So resume screening was done. That is how they shortlisted people for in the next round, which happened at the company itself. There was no aptitude round as such. There was only a technical exam that was conducted, and based on a what can you say cutoff. Based on a cutoff, they decided who to shortlist for the interview, and after that, after the interview, you got selected. So there was no aptitude as such.
Okay, so the first step was resume screening. Then you
Yes,
had a technical test followed by interviews.
right.
Okay. And then you got the good news.
Yeah,
Yes, okay. Yes, so nice. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know how the process works.
yeah.
What type of technical questions were predominantly asked, like for core mechanical engineering subjects, from core mechanical engineering
So
subjects?
the most amount of questions were on the basics, the fundamentals of machine design, little bit on the material science or mechanics of material side, and hardly one or two questions on the basic aptitude of engineering drawing, and also on basics of physics. One or two questions were asked,
Okay.
but predominantly on the machine design side, the questions were asked.
Okay. Okay. So you have answered my next question, that which mechanical engineering students, which subject should mechanical engineering students target? Mostly it has to be machine design and drawing. As maybe you can give
That
an
is
answer to
that
that.
is not necessary. I think it is
Okay.
very much based on the kind of company you want to go for. So,
Okay. Yeah.
if at all you are more inclined towards, let's say, the energy sector, you will have to focus more on heat transfer, applied thermal engineering, those kind of
Correct.
subjects. So it is
Correct.
based on purely on personal choice, first of all, that what kind of job role do you want to go for, and after
Okay.
that you need to focus on the kind of subjects that are required.
Okay. So first you need to be well versed with all the core subjects, and then specifically company by company you start refining your the need according to
Yeah,
the need of the company.
yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. Yes. So that is actually a very interesting answer, because we just now had one interview phase where we uh, uh, faced a similar problem, that a specific subject was in focus. So most of the
Okay.
students were confused. That's why the first step is important, to be good with all the core subjects.
Yeah, you need to be good with all the core subjects, and then based on the company, you need to study a particular subject. So let's say you have a company like, let's say, Thermax, they
Yeah,
who make heat exchangers. So you need to
absolutely. Yes.
go into the depths in heat transfer or applied thermal engineering.
Okay.
So you need to prepare based on the company, but you need to be well versed with everything in order to be,
Okay.
versatile in the market
Correct.
right now.
Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that answer.
Yes.
And a following question to this: as outsiders, we see that it is important for us to be able to, or to be capable of solving uh, the problems of the industry, but somewhere it seems that the gap is too high to complete. And I want to ask, from your point of perspective, that do companies actually expect from us that you come, you solve problems, or first they expect us to learn with them and then continue your journey as employees to solve problems? How is it like? What are their expectations from students like us? Do they
So
expect us a sincere student, or do they expect someone who already has an expertise?
what I experienced was, of course, for when let's say Regal Rexnord came to you guys in third
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
yeah. So they are aware that the kind of mechanical aptitude that is required, that is not developed by now. You're just in third year. You need to
Absolutely.
study more,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So
Yes.
that
Yes.
that is understood. But
Okay.
what companies expect is understanding of the fundamentals. Okay,
Correct.
being very strong in the fundamentals, being very strong with, you know being very enthusiastic, being inquisitive about what is going on. That is what the companies expect more, because that no one is expecting you to solve world hunger on day one.
Yeah.
Nobody is
Absolutely.
expecting you to do that.
Yeah.
but everybody is expecting you to be more open to suggestions, more open to learning. That is what people are more interested in.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that guiding, because I was stressed up to like, I mean, I we were just students till second year, and somewhere it was a confusion in my mind that how can we become experts of that specific subject at such a small age? Of course, it's the need of the art. The industries need experts, but I mean, what I had a perspective is that they expect us from us expert solution, but I think it is correct that they want more of a sincere and a hardworking students who is more inquisitive.
Yeah, and you're not expected to be a subject matter expert because that comes
Yeah.
with experience. Okay, you cannot gain that amount of knowledge without experience, without putting that amount of years. So it is better that you be well versed within the fundamentals.
Yes. Correct. Correct. Absolutely. I in fact remember. I don't remember our sir's name, but he was a subject matter expert from the machine design subject from your Regal Rexnord team. He had
Okay.
come to give an induction program in VIT. It was a MESA event only,
Okay.
and I remember that, not him, but his colleague saying that SMEs are the most sought after people in the industry right now.
Yes.
Because they have an expertise, they can actually solve. I mean, they can solve problems of the industry, and somewhere not just after starting the internship, but even I, in my mind, have that it is very important to become a SME rather than just becoming a general
Yeah,
engineer.
being a SME, you have to be really, really geeky and nerdy about one particular niche thing.
Yes.
That is really important. So we have people in our company as well. There's two people in my team who are like, if you just go and talk to them
Yeah.
about, let's say, so I work with and there was a case of bolt failure, and I was talking to that person.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to him about materials, and we talked for about 2.5, 3 hours, good amount of time, just talking about materials, what goes on, what. So he was a very, very geeky, very, very nerdy person,
Yeah.
who really enjoys, material science. So you need
Exactly.
to be that kind of a person to be a subject matter expert.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the viewers as well, his name is Sachin Magdum sir, and he more, yeah, he comes to the VIT campus often. I mean, not so often. He's a busy person, but he comes when he gets time and he guides students. So if you can reach out and connect on LinkedIn, then please go.
Yeah, Sachin sir
Yeah.
heads our FEA division. We also
Yeah.
call them the ACOE division, which is
Okay.
Analysis Center of Excellence.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's very, very learned and knowledgeable person within the company.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he is very, very interesting, and he is also a very good teacher. Yeah, so
Okay.
he was also a lecturer in the past. So he knows how to deliver good teaching to
Okay.
everyone. So he's a very knowledgeable person.
Okay. I did not know he was in a lecturer role before.
Yeah, he was a lecturer way before, but
Okay.
way before he joined the
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a very, very knowledgeable person.
Yeah. And I remember when he was taking the induction program, usually, and it was a, I won't say that it was just a general overview of Regal Rexnord. He discussed on how FEA actually works and how it works, the meshing works. And I remember not a single student flinching here and there. He was so good in his teaching ability that not a single student flinched here and there. Everybody were concentrated on the subject, maybe because of his expertise as well as his teaching experience as well.
Yeah, yeah. Even we had a induction in our company
Yeah.
regarding FEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very, very eye-opening session because what we do in college
Yeah.
and the kind of things that we run in industry, the gap is
Yeah.
tremendous.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was a very good thing.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to our Next question: how important is practical understanding, such as manufacturing methods, geometrical dimensioning and tolerances, drawings, comparing it to pure theoretical concepts?
I mean, it is very, very important because I work as a design engineer. So I know what kind of things, I have to consider in case of
Yeah,
manufacturing. Yeah,
correct.
I can give 1 micron tolerance to a
Absolutely.
component.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but is it possible to achieve that in the shop? And
Yeah, yeah, correct.
if even if it is possible, is it worth it to achieve that kind of tolerance
Correct.
to a component? Yeah, so
Correct.
it is very important to do those considerations.
Correct.
It is also important to be able to imagine the part being manufactured. It is very
Absolutely.
important.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that is a practice I follow when even I design parts. I imagine the part being manufactured. That helps give a perspective, and it is very important because you can give a surface finish of 32 micro inches to 32 inches long component. But is it possible to machine that? How
Exactly.
long will it
Correct.
take to achieve that
Yeah.
surface finish?
Yes.
So these
Yes.
are the kind of things that happen,
Correct.
and it is very important to have those considerations. And again,
Correct.
GD&T, I think everyone should take at least one Udemy course or course wherever available. I am not very well versed in online courses, but everyone should be very thorough in GD&T. It is very important.
I actually had a very good experience on learning the importance of not GD&T specifically, but what we call DFM, Design for Manufacturing.
Mhm.
And I remember in the starting of my second year, second semester, we had a project to do. It was related to making a 3D printer hot end. Hot end is basically a part which is responsible for extruding the
Mhm.
liquid material from a solid filament.
Right.
Very thermally stressed
Mhm.
component assembly, and it had a specific part named as heat block.
Okay.
And I remember that we ourselves, I mean, there are commercial hot ends available, but they are for polymer filament printing.
Mhm.
And as the world is moving towards looking towards 3D printing as a future perspective of prototyping, I somewhere felt, and even I had some suggestions that how about developing a hot end which is capable of printing a metal filament. We
Mhm.
were almost able to do that. Somewhere at the end it failed, but the professors were very impressed with that. The point I want to actually mention here is that it had a specific component which we ourselves designed, which was named as heat block. And I had given it a positional tolerance. As we are mechanical engineers, we know that there are two types of accuracies: one is positional accuracy, and second is geometric accuracy. Both of them are important. I gave it a 5 micron tolerance.
Wow.
And I remember asking Bhagat sir that how is this drawing? I had just made a orthographic
Mhm.
drawing of it, and he just circled the 5 micron tolerance region. He said, "Is this actually achievable?" I was completely enthusiastic in my second year, second semester. I said that
Mhm.
of course we can do it. Then I went to the manufacturer. And he said की साहेब ते मशीनचेच इनॅक्युरसीज 11 मायक्रॉन आहेत. ते 5 मायक्रॉन मध्ये व्हायचं शक्यच नाहीये. To again go back, and that is where I actually discovered the subject of design for manufacturing. That
Right.
yes, of course, you have the best optimized design, but you somewhere need to make sure that that is commercially viable and it is
Right.
actually manufacturable.
Right.
Similarly, as you said, surface finish is a very important task. That if you give a very high surface finish, of course, by super finishing processes like lapping and grinding, it's possible, but somewhere it adds to the cost. It's not commercially viable. So,
Right.
yeah,
I am sorry, there is a power failure.
yeah, yeah. There is a power failure.
I am really sorry about that.
No, no problem. Yes, so we all are back from a short break. Our yes, thank you for the last answer. Let's move on to a very important segment of this interview on resume projects and internships. So, what kind of projects genuinely impressed the interview panel during your selection process, and which type of projects, more on the innovative side or more on the technical expertise side?
So one project that was particularly I was asked on was the design of a motorcycle gearbox, which I had done in second year for my machine design course
Machine
project.
design, yes.
Yeah, so that I had done, and the questions were more based on the technical side. It was not what new you have done. It is on, do you know what you have done?
You have
Okay.
done. Okay.
So it was more based on, let's say you have one project.
Yeah.
Do you know in and out everything in that
Mm,
project?
okay.
Okay, so that is what was there in the interview, and yeah, I mean, basics were asked in the interview of
Okay.
almost all of my projects, I guess.
Okay. So even my second year machine design project was on design of single stage gearbox, reduction
Mhm.
gearbox, and I see the dots connecting, and I hope I land somewhere near to what you have achieved.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay. So having reviewed and discussed many resumes yourself as a mentor, what common mistakes do students do in their resumes?
Yeah, so one thing that I always recommend is
Yeah.
that okay, your resume is going to be 1 or 2 pages. Okay,
Okay.
you're not going to be able to include all of the projects that you have done within 1 or 2
Absolutely.
pages. Okay, so you need to focus your resumes based on the companies that you are applying.
Okay.
So let's say you are again going back to the same example. You are
Yeah.
applying to a company that makes heat exchangers. You need to focus on the
Yeah.
projects regarding that.
Okay.
You cannot include a project based on design of screw jack to a company looking to hire people designing steam turbines. Okay,
Correct.
it does not make sense.
Correct.
So I think that is important. And secondly, whatever you are doing in that project, you need to know everything in and out. You
Okay.
need to know what you are doing, why you are doing, and what results you are expecting out of that project, because that is the those are the things that interviewers will ask. Okay,
Okay.
if you have really succeeded in that project, it will help you. But let's say
Yeah.
you have not fully succeeded, maybe you were partially successful, or maybe
Yeah.
something went wrong somewhere. But if
Okay.
at all you knew everything, you know everything, that is what interviewers look for.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
there are two things that you should make a company inclined resume, and
right,
the second thing, very important thing, is that whatever you put, you should know it in and out. That is
right.
very important. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that suggestion. Yes. Moving on to our next segment, leadership and extracurricular impact. I again saw your LinkedIn profile, and you also aligned to your mechanical core skills. You were also part of several clubs.
Right.
So, how did your involvement also in VN Mesa and other leadership roles contribute to your personal and professional growth in the company?
It helps you, first of all, whenever you go in any company, you are, as an intern, you always have a project in hand. Okay. So for
Yeah.
that project, you need to always communicate with people who are superior to you, or
Okay.
as an intern, who are your colleagues. Okay. So it helps you to better communicate, better delegate, better just have a good project flow, what we call it. Okay,
Okay.
because there are some things that you are not going to do all of the things in one project, let's say.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
you are going to need the help of, let's say, a senior.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how to deal with them, how to approach them, how to ask them for support, all
Yeah.
of these things, these clubs help you to gain. understanding of, because that is what you are exposed to when you are in these clubs.
Okay, correct. I remember reading in a very famous book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People.
Mhm. Yeah.
So in that, there was once one segment which was management versus leadership.
Hmm.
Management is not directly related to our topic, but leadership is, of course. So in management, the author described it very well. That he said that management is that, suppose you're climbing a ladder.
Hmm.
Management is that you climb, or management success says that you climb the ladder in the most fastest and the most efficient way.
Hmm.
But leadership says that, is the ladder actually leaning against the right wall?
Right.
So you're doing things efficiently, that's okay, but are you actually leaning against the right wall? Are you in the correct
Right.
role, or in the
Ro-
correct perspective? So
right path.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is
So
actually
yeah,
really,
leadership skills do help tremendously.
yeah,
They are not something that a company might look for right away. But
okay,
if at all you need to, you want to progress in your job role,
yeah,
in any way, shape, or form, you do need leadership qualities. You do need to be able to delegate tasks effectively and manage your tasks effectively.
okay, yes, yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Moving on to the next question. What key skills did you personally develop through mentoring and organizational roles that helped you in the interview?
In the interview, it was not more about the mentoring roles. Or to be
Okay,
frank,
okay,
nobody even asked me about my club experience. Okay, but
okay,
again, as I said, it is something that will help you after you land a job. Okay, there are
okay,
some companies out there that do actually require you to have some kind of clubs or committee experience. I'm not saying that.
yeah,
It was just that my company, the company I am in right now, it did not
okay,
require that at
okay,
the time. Okay, but it is important, and if at all you do not have that, somewhere around the line you will find it difficult to be able to manage people whenever you progress in your career.
okay, yeah, okay. One very important question, not in our plan, but I thought of asking you, and I think you are the right person to answer.
Mhm.
Passion, responsibility, or a combination of both? What is important to land in the perfect job role?
It is a mix
I'll
of
give
both.
an I'll
Yeah,
give an
yeah.
example. Yeah, I myself am very passionate for the manufacturing field,
Mhm.
specifically the manufacturing. I love to see machining industries, casting industry, sheet metal fabrication industries. If I see the expectations from the companies, of course, I think I am not. I have not had great experience right now. I will have some experience of interviews in the coming semester, but I'm pretty sure that companies won't expect a single manufacturing expertise from you. They'll expect you. I expect machine design, thermodynamics, and yeah. So that's my question. Passion. You follow passion, go into its core, or you follow your responsibility, or a combination of both?
It's a great question. You need to have a mix of both. Okay,
Okay.
because
Okay.
okay, your passion is let's say you really like manufacturing.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a very very tough job role. Okay,
Absolutely.
manufacturing life is really tough. If at all you consider being in a mechanical, let's say a production unit for the next 20 years, it's a very tough job. And also considering the kind of job market we have going on right now, it's important to be versatile. It's important to be open to any kind of change in the dynamics in the job market as well. So it's important to have a mix of both your passion and be able to take on any change, because if at all you're inclined to one, companies may view that, maybe specifically HR people, they view it as a sign of rigidity, that this person might not be able to be open to change, that is what companies may view it as. So it is good to be more versatile in the job market that we currently have.
Okay, yes, thank you, thank you. That was a very important guidance for me.
Yeah,
Thank you, Prathamesh, for more on the technical side of the interview. As we move on towards the end of this interview, I would like to ask some questions on your college life experience and
yeah.
more on the human side, so that
Mm,
viewers are not just bogged up on the core mechanical side, and it's a nice ending for our interview.
right.
Yes. So, my question is, what role did your friends and peer group play in shaping your mindset and growth during college? Were they supportive? Did they help you in building that competition and improving you? How was it like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it is very important to have a good group, first of all,
Yeah.
when you are in college, okay? Because these college projects do require more than one hand working, okay? So it is important that you have a good group, and my luckily the people I had with me were equally inclined. I had a person who was really very, I mean, I would say at least two times more inclined than me on the technical side. I had
Okay.
one person who was more inclined towards the electronic side of mechanical. I had one person who was very versatile, who would you just throw a task and they'll do it. Maybe they'll need to learn, but they'll do it. So you need to
Okay.
have those kind of people around you, because first of all, you will make good projects, you will make great projects, you will
Absolutely.
learn a lot
Yes.
with those kind of people, number one. And
Yeah.
number two, it also helps you to grow as a person. It helps you to understand where you need to work on, what you need to work on. It also develops a little bit of healthy competition. I think a little bit of healthy competition isn't bad, you know
Yeah.
so it helps you to be more competitive in your studies, and I think that is very important.
Okay. Great. Thank you. That's a nice
Mm.
answer. And how was your group? I think you answered it, but maybe you can again answer it. That of course we have a friend circle and we have a group which you work with almost 70% of the time. You are with your EDI group, or what we call your batch
Right.
group, with whom you make all the projects. And I think 60 to 50% of your memory is your academic life, is because VIT is a very project and experience and practical oriented college. How was it like to have a good EDI group? And
Yeah, so luckily my EDI group and my friend group was coinciding. Okay,
okay,
so the
okay,
people who became my friends were my EDI group mates, and my EDI group mates were my friends. Okay,
okay. Old
so
sport.
yeah, it was good because with friends in your EDI group, first of all, you can be very open. Okay,
Yeah.
you can expect more from your friends other
Yeah.
than someone who is just a group member. Yeah,
Yes.
so those are the things that help you in your EDI specifically. As you said, VIT is very much project centered. So it
Yeah.
is important that you build a very, very strong group at the start of your at least second year. Once you come into the department, you need to have a very good group, so that once you take on with a good group, you can solve world hunger, I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Nice. Nice answer. Moving on to the next question. Were there any failures or setbacks during your college life that taught you some important lessons?
Lot of failures. I mean, one my second year first semester project I remember very thoroughly. Okay, it was a very big failure. Not a very big failure, but we didn't achieve what we set out to achieve. It was, we did not get good enough results out of the kind of project that we had built. But again, being able to put it in front of the external examiner, we presented what we could, we best explained what we could,
Yeah.
we also accepted our failure. I mean, we were pretty open about it throughout the examination process, the external process, that yes, this is not a fully working project.
Okay.
The external examiner did appreciate that okay, you might not have achieved what you have achieved, what you wanted to achieve, but it is, you have put in the effort, you know what you have done. Again, as I say, you know what you
Correct.
have done.
Yeah.
It is very important. It was a very important thing that whenever you make errors or you don't get what you want to get, it helps me in my current job as well. Whenever I make errors, I'm a new guy. I do
Yeah.
make errors. So whenever there are any errors, I know how to deal with them. You know, I don't crash out completely.
As a famous cricketer Virat Kohli said, failures teach you more than success stories. So,
Of course.
very correct. Yes. Thank you. That was a great answer. And last question of our in today's interview, probably a difficult question. Maybe you can answer it specifically.
Yeah.
Looking back to your college life, at your college life, can you list three of your most memorable moments from your college life?
Three most memorable moments.
Or
Okay.
three or five, whatever you wish that your audience knows that. Yeah, of
Okay.
course, you have a success story on Regal Rexnord, but you also enjoyed your college life. Some those types of moments. Yeah,
Yeah. So in college, I mean, as you said, most of the memories are around projects that you make. Okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
yes,
one of the project that I made was a new battery thermal management system. It was a battery cooling system.
yeah.
Okay. So I remember I did not sleep for almost 3 nights for that project.
Okay.
Okay. And the thing was that it was a like for our IC what HAV course project and EDI was basically the
Oh, we
same.
had the same. We had the. It was a MATLAB project, right?
No,
MATLAB
it
sim.
was not a
Okay.
MATLAB. We had made a proper working model on
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So what had happened was we did not get enough time for our HAV course project assessment.
Okay.
Okay, and the external examiner, although he did appreciate what we had done,
Yeah.
he pointed out some obvious lackings or obvious open points within the project,
Yeah.
and we were like, pretty disappointed, you
Yeah.
know. But after that, we worked really hard. As I said, 3 nights no sleep. We went to Nurse Stop, if you know where that place
Of
is.
course. Of course.
Okay, at 3 at night we had ice cream because everyone was so worked up. Nobody had any functioning brain capacity left. We went
Okay.
out to chill for a bit, came back, made the project,
Yeah.
killed it in the EDI.
Okay.
The external examiner was very, very happy on our project. And, just coming out of that examination room, the feeling was, surreal.
Yeah.
When you get,
Yeah.
really hammered 3 nights
Absolutely. Yes.
and for the same project, working really hard, we had to really work on our ANSYS simulation because the way we
Mm.
had done our project was we had made an ANSYS and we
Yeah.
were trying to replicate that ANSYS in the model as well.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Somehow
And you
made
could
it.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, somehow made it. Uh, yeah, the experience was amazing. Just the way you feel after that
Yeah.
feels amazing. So
Yes.
yeah,
So
that was
one,
one of the
you
feelings.
have one. You have two more to tell. I
Two
can
more to
actually
tell.
feel that because I just now we have completed with the exams. We had a similar experience for our EDI, and that feeling is invaluable. It's very. I mean, you feel like you have achieved everything in the world.
Yeah. You feel like Superman, Batman, everything. You feel like you are
Yeah.
on the top of the world.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another one was, as I said, the failure in second year first sem. Really
Okay.
horrible project. I mean, we just had what 3 days? Not even 3 days. We had 1.5 day of time to make the
Mm.
project because out of six of our members, three were ill, I guess, and we were only three hands working, and we
Okay.
were not able to decide the project topic 1.5 day
Okay.
before the exam.
Okay.
We were crashing out like left and right, but somehow we managed. I remember bringing that project from Nanapet. We had fabricated it,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and so I had fabricated it, and bringing it was such a tedious task. You have no idea. I was not able to turn my scooty to the right hand side because the
Okay.
project was coming in the way. There was a guy holding it from behind. It was just a very crazy, you know, just a very crazy time. But the examiner did appreciate it. We did get a decent enough grade for it. So yeah, that feels good.
Nice, nice.
It's a nice
Okay.
experience.
Yeah. And you have one more moment left.
One more, I would say, when I got the list that I got placed in Regal
Regal
Rexnord.
Rexnord. Okay.
Yeah, so it was the first interview that I gave. It was the only interview that I gave.
Okay.
Before that, I did not give any interviews because before that, Philips came, but the company did not allow guys. It was only for girls.
Okay.
Then two more companies came. Nothing came back. They did not revert. And finally, when Regal Rexnord came, and I did not expect it, to be honest. But just getting that list. To be honest, when the first list came, I did not read my name. A
Mm.
friend of mine called me and said that you're selected, and I was like, no, dude, I'm not selected. That is when I had to give the list to my mother, ask her that did I get
Mm.
selected, and that is how I found out that I got selected.
Good.
It was really
Yeah, of
different
course.
experience. It is, you feel that you've achieved something once
Absolutely. Yeah.
you get that. It's really great.
Yeah. Okay. And I have, I think I said it was the last question, but I have
Yeah,
two questions, small question. You
yeah,
can
yeah.
answer it quickly. First question is that looking back at your failures, as you said, you had a setback in your second year, so first
Mhm.
semester project. And looking back at those failures right now, how does it feel? Were they really so important? I mean, the importance you gave at that moment, or you should go on with life, take life more positively? What is a more on a
No, because at that point, considering the kind of credits we have on EDI,
okay,
they do feel very important. In
okay,
hindsight, everything feels,
easy? Yeah,
yeah,
correct,
less important that, hey, I
correct,
was stressing over something minor.
correct,
But in that moment, it was a very valid reaction to be very concerned about the kind of marks that you are getting. Because
correct,
EDI is, very big driving component in your CGPA
correct.
because it
Absolutely.
has the
Yeah,
most amount of credits. It's
yeah,
very,
yeah,
very important to get good marks in your EDI. So yeah, I mean, it was a valid reaction at that time, I guess.
yeah. Okay. Yes. And the last question to end, we all of us, maybe the viewers, most of the viewers, maybe in the phase of actually in the more on the clutching side, more on the hardworking side. On the other side, when you have achieved what you wanted to since day one of your college, does that hard work pay off? Is it worth all the efforts, all the late nights and everything?
It's totally worth it. Trust me when I say this. All of the hard work that you're putting right now, each and everything that you're, you know, all of the late nighters, all nighters, anything and everything that you're doing right now, it will pay off.
Yeah,
And no matter, even if you are not looking for a placement, okay, let's say you're looking for outside education, trust me,
yeah,
anything and everything that you're putting right now, any kind of time that you're putting right now towards your goal, it will pay off. And the feeling of payback it's really great. When still, whenever my salary gets credited,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm the most happiest man in the world. I am really happy. It's just it feels nice, yeah, to
Yeah,
get that.
absolutely.
It's kind of
Correct,
a, what can you say, accomplishment, or it's
correct.
it validates your efforts, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that answer. We are at the end of our interview. Thank you. Thank you, Prathamesh, for taking your time to share
Yes,
your
thank you for having
journey,
me.
experiences, and insights with us today. Your perspectives on preparing for core mechanical roles, navigating campus placements, transitioning into the industry, and adapting to real world engineering challenges have provided immense clarity and direction for us as juniors. And we're blessed to have supporting seniors and like you and our ex-chairperson, Mr. Atharva Kadam, who is also in the meeting. Maybe he can have a word, a cameo role in the end. Once again, on behalf of Vishwa Netrutvam, uh, Vishwa Netrutvam is now MESA, but still the legacy remains the same. And the entire student community of VIT Pune, we sincerely appreciate your willingness to guide and mentor juniors through this platform, and thank you for that once again. We are grateful for your time, effort, and valuable contributions, and we wish you continued success in your professional journey at Regal Rexnord and beyond. And thank you once again for being a part of this Engineering Blueprints series. Any
Thank you
final
very much
words
for
from
having me.
you?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. It was, really a great. I had a great time being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone watching this, I wish all the best. You know, just keep grinding and trust me. Enjoy your college days. These days don't come back. Go out with your friends, because once you are, trust me, my friend is, my college friends are going back to their hometown today, but I have a call at 9:30 at office,
Yes.
so I cannot go out with them. I miss those days when I
Yeah.
was just, carefree. शाम को 4 बजे तृप्ति का चाय पीने जाते थे. सुबह 4 बजे तृप्ति का चाय पीने जाते थे. I miss those days. Trust me,
Yeah.
those days never come back. Enjoy your college life, and really work hard. If at all you ever need, feel the need to reach out to me, you can just message me on LinkedIn. If at all you don't have my contact number, if at all you do have it, then just call me, text me. I'm available anytime if you want.
Yes. Thank you.